Hello and welcome to Tales from Nerd. I am your host, a random nerd / Kevin, and this is a weekly podcast where I talk about the comics I'm collecting Wednesday, September 25th, and also I will talk about the books that might interest you. Now, I'm only going to talk about the books that are coming out September 25th that I am picking up. So if you do want me to talk about a book that's coming up, or the book like I'm reading this or I'm reading this, can you talk about when it's coming out? Please let me know, because that way I could talk about it, and maybe it could be longer. Last week, it was a short week. I do want to say the last two episodes, and I forgot. I did forget about Young Justice number 8, which we got a name reveal for Tim Drake, a new code name for Tim Drake. And also, we had the Wolverine Annual. So they switched the release date to this week, not last week. So if you're looking forward to that book, it's coming out this week. So I will talk about it again. But yeah, let's go to the first book of the week. It looks like it's a pretty. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 books. So I'm picking up 23 books. And also, good news, I've caught up with most of the books. This book is from last week. So, by the end of this week, I should be caught up with everything. I was right. 3 weeks. It'll take me. But yeah, we're going to go to the first book, which is Absolute Carnage, Miles Morales number 2, written by Saladin Ahmed, art by writers by Saladin Ahmed, and artist is by Federico Vincentini. And the price is $3.99. And this is the description of the book. Consumed by carnage, Miles sacrificed himself protecting others and was taken by Carnage's dark doppelgangers. Now Cletus is sending Miles after one of Peter Parker's friends, and if Miles can't stop himself, he better hope someone shows up who can beat a dark symbiote-powered Spider-Man. I read the first issue. Oh God, I was reading a tough book, but Miles is getting his own symbiote, so that's pretty cool. I really can't wait for this. The cover looks dope as always. You don't have to pick this up. It is a tie-in to the event of Absolute Carnage, which, oddly enough, I have it right here. Absolute Carnage is really good. You don't need to pick up this time, but if you do like Miles Morales as a character, you might like this. Is it a definite pickup? No, it's a tie-in. You don't need to pick it up. I'm picking it up because I want to read all the times, because that's how my brain works. But yeah, we're going to move on to the next book. Action Comics 1015, written by Brian Michael Bendis and art by Simon Kudranski. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Breakout Wonder Comics hero Naomi makes her Metropolis doubt as a teen hero looks to Superman to help her navigate her unexpected new role as a hero in the DC Universe. Hoping to answer the remaining questions about her origin, lineage, and greater purpose on Earth, Naomi not only gets the attention of the Man of Steel, but also Gotham City's Dark Knight detective, as Batman takes an interest in her quick rise to prominence. So I didn't know Naomi was coming to the Action Comics title because her 5-6 issue mini did end. And if you know Brian Michael Bendis, he created Miles Morales. He has created Riri Williams' Ironheart. So when he always jumps on a book, he always tries to create characters so he can have somewhat of a legacy. From what I heard, her mini was really well done. Again, I'm already picking up my books. I really don't want to pick up more books than I should. But is this a good jumping off point? Yes, because it's a new storyline actually. Because Naomi was seen in the last pages of Action Comics 1014, which did come out last month. And you know what? I think if you were like, oh, I read Naomi, and I like this. I won't skip the Event Leviathan. Event Leviathan is done so far that I know of. Unless the next book mentions Event Leviathan. Nope. So yeah, if you want to pick up something with Naomi and Superman, this is your jumping on point. I don't give you a perfect jumping on point, but a decent jumping on point to where you want to read. We're going to move on to the next book, which is Amazing Spider-Man number 30, written by Nick Spencer and art by Ryan Ottley. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Absolute Carnage tie-in. Spider-Man has been a huge part of Absolute Carnage, but this is when his part gets really crazy. Only Spider-Man stands between Carnage and his scariest ever, and young Dylan Brock. There's so much more to it, but we don't want to spoil it. I'm keeping my voice down because I'm keeping my voice down. I don't want to be rude, but it is a time. So this is where it comes. We had a cool little one shot 2 weeks ago of Spider-Man. I read. I'm like, oh my god, they're teasing the return of this specific moment, which people have been asking for like years upon years in Spider-Man history, and we get a time. I think this is the only time for Spider-Man, and then after this, you get a new storyline. So if you are reading, 31 is also a Carnage tie-in. Okay, so 32 is the new storyline, but right now we're dealing with tie-ins for Absolute Carnage. So 30 and 31 are your like. I really don't want to read Absolute Carnage, or I really don't want to read the tie-ins. You could skip 30 and 31. But I do recommend you do want to read Spider-Man, because Spider-Man's really good. Nick Spencer's playing with a lot of good ideas, so I'll give it that. But yeah, we're going to move on to the next book. Oh, good jumping on point? No. You're dealing with an event. It's the middle of the event. It's 2 tie-ins. You're like, I just have to wait a month and then I get a new story. So yeah, moving on. Avengers number 24, written by Jason Aaron and art by Stefano Caselli. And the price is $3.99. And this is the description of the book. The challenge of the Ghost Riders. If the Avengers thought one Ghost Rider was tough to deal with, wait till they see how many spirits of vengeance have just been unleashed by the King of Hell, Johnny Blaze. Including the craziest, most powerful rider of them all. That's right, it's the Avengers versus Cosmic Ghost Rider. I love Cosmic Ghost Rider. I'm loving that they're, kind of introducing these Ghost Riders and kind of explaining Robbie why he's, because his origin is different from normal Ghost Riders. His spirit was his dead uncle Eli, who took over. It wasn't a normal Ghost Rider or Spirit of Vengeance, and how everyone else got him was through deals with the devil, and Robbie Reyes never did that. So now it's kind of like, yeah, you have a Spirit of Vengeance now. You're a Ghost Rider. You have a responsibility now. And Robbie's like, I don't want this responsibility. It's eating me up. I love this, but I think it's issue what? Sorry, I'm trying to see when's a good jumping on point. Oh, this is part 3. Part 3 of a storyline. So you could pick up issue 24, 23, and 21. But yeah, it seems like it's gonna end at issue 25. So it's only like a 4-part a 4-part story. So you want to read that, like the Challenge of the Ghost Riders, you pick up 24 right now and 25 when it comes out. Then read 23 and 22 to get the whole Ghost Rider Challenge of the Ghost Rider. I do enjoy it, but I get it if you don't want to jump on right now. But I'm just giving you the good jumping on point. Oh, I'm really excited for this book. Batman/Superman number 2, written by Joshua Williams and art by David Marquez. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The Batman Who Laughs plot is bigger than either the Cape Crusader or the Man of Steel realized, following a showdown with the devious killer's first sentinel. A jacked up, dark multiverse infected Shazam. The pair has to figure out who else has been targeted for for similar transformations. Their first 2 guesses, someone very close to Batman, and the one hero that would make failure nearly impossible, Superman himself. I love this book. I read the first issue. I'm like, oh my god. We got an explanation how people are getting infected. We get a cool look at the Shazam Who Laughs and who possibly else could be the other four infected. Now, if you read the Batman Who Laughs 7-issue mini, you know who's one of them is. You know who has been infected. The first infected. The Shazam Who Laughs is the second infected. Now, this is spinning out of the whole Dark Knight's Metal fiasco. Not fiasco. It was a good event, and it's just picking up the event. It's picking up the stuff from there, and Joshua Williamson is just creating more stuff, giving a little bit more detail on what's going on. I love it. I'm enjoying it. This is a must read in my opinion because you get 2 superheroes for the regular price of 1 book. So come on, pick it up. You can also pick up issue 1 while you're at the comic book shops this Wednesday. Yes, it's a good pickup in my opinion. Next, we're gonna move on to the next book. Okay, next book, Batman Beyond number 36, written by Dan Jurgens, art by Rick Leonardi and Andy Parks. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book: Lost Days finale. As everything around Neo Gotham crumbles under Batman's iron fist, the fastest man alive might be the only one capable of saving Terry McGinnis and his city. But as powerful as he is, even the Flash might not be no match for the split and mysterious false face. This arc is finishing, so this arc is finishing, so you really don't want to pick this up, because you got to read 36, 35, 34, 33, and I believe 32 to know like what's going on with the storyline. It's good. It's just, if you want to jump on Batman Beyond, it's not a good jumping on point. I believe issue 37 will be your like good jumping on point. Like, it's a fresh storyline. If I like this writing, you could pick up the previous like few issues, or you can pick up the trade. I just like it, and you know what? We get the older Flash with Batman and Batman Beyond, so it's cool. And the new Speedster villain, which they gave him a weird origin. I was like, makes sense. All right. Oh, this book is also freaking good. Okay, Batman: Curse of the White Knight number 3, written by Sean Murphy, and also art by Sean Murphy. Okay. Yeah, and the price is $4.99. And this is the description of the book. Batman salvages a groundbreaking clue from the wreckage of Wayne Manor and recruits Harley Quinn to confront the Joker for answers. But the mystery of Gotham City's foundations. Their investigation takes a dire turn in the darkest corners of Arkham, and Gordon's life is in peril after a new commissioner is named. Okay, Batman White Knight, basically, Batman Curse of the White Knight. It is a sequel to the sleeper hit of 2017/2018. And, oh my god, that book, it was only 8 issues. It gave you a ton of backstory, it gave you a ton of history. Basically, if you know the basics of Batman, you read that book, you're like, it's good. It's really good. And the art by Sean Murphy alone, he has to do double work. And let's just say this, it plays with ideas of who created the Joker, and is the Joker created by Batman, or does everything that's happened is Batman's fault? And there's also an inner struggle of Bruce Wayne, like, do I do this for the safety of Gotham, or am I doing it for myself? And this book is playing with stuff that you don't see very often in books. I do recommend it. Get issue 1, 2, and 3 when you're at the comic shops. It's only an 8-issue mini, but I highly recommend you get this because it is worth your buck. Trust me. Okay, we're going to move on to Black Panther number 16, written by Ta-Nehisi Coates and art by Daniel Acuna. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Jadaka's revenge. T'Challa thought he had rid himself of the intergalactic empire and his despotic ruler, but he forgot he was tangling with a god. And now the empire knows how to reach Wakanda Prime. Has T'Challa learned what it means to be a king? just in time to lose his kingdom. Is this okay? This is part 4 of a storyline, so not a good jumping on point for you to read this. You need to read 16, 15, 14, and 12. But if you want to know how T'Challa, well, actually, they don't even. Actually, they did explain why T'Challa went to space. But then you need to read like the whole run. That's the only issue with this Black Panther. But if this piques your interest, why Black Panther is in space, he's back on Earth now. He's dealing with this ramifications. He left his kingdom. Someone had to rule the kingdom. He's back and he's like, I don't know. I like Black Panther as a character, so I will be picking it up, but you don't have to pick this up, unfortunately. Unless, like I told you, you want to pick those other issues. And then, yeah. Okay, so let me just go back for this. Okay. Let me go back for that. Alright, where am I? Okay. Captain America, next book. Captain America number 14, written by Ta-Nehisi Coates and art by Jason Masters. And the price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The legend of Steve continues as Steve Rogers continues to try to prove his innocence and remain one step ahead of the pursuing Nick Fury. He and Mockingbird journey to Iowa, where a town is held in the trawl of mysteries of the mysterious group known as Them. Basically, Captain America, little description of what has happened to Captain America. Captain America has given up the title of Captain America. He is now Steve Rogers. I like the idea that they're going with. A lot of people didn't like it. And you know, it's just going to be a breath of fresh air for Steve, because it's like, people are blaming me for the, what was it? For Secret Empire. People believe I was the leader of Hydra. People believe I took over the world, even though there were two people. We were two different people. But there's just backlash, and I'm facing the backlash. I went to prison for rights. I went to prison for something I didn't even do, but I did it for the safety of America. Now, I like Captain America a lot. I do recommend this book, but if you want to know where this story is beginning, you need to read issue 13. But if you want to know the whole story, you need to read issue 1, or you can buy the first trade that's already out. I do recommend it, though. Okay. Next book, Detective Comics 1012, written by Peter J. Tomasi and art by Doug Mankey. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Year the villain kicks into overdrive. Victor Fries has only ever wanted one thing: to bring his wife Nora back to life in a healthy body. Now, with Lex Luthor's aid, Victor's wish will finally come true. But how will Nora adjust to the new world she has missed? And how will Batman try to tear Victor's dream away from him? Okay, so this is a new storyline. So a little backstory. In the last 3 issues of Detective, I think it's only been 3. Yeah, I think it's only been 3. We got hints of Year the Villain. Lex Luthor offered a gift to Victor Fries. Victor has taken it, and we got little teasers of that. So now this will take way into what's going to happen. Let's say this: I love Victor Fries. He's a very good villain. He's a very good Batman villain, and his origin actually. What's funny is his origin is better now, because when they first introduced him, it wasn't a compelling origin, but Batman the Animated Series made a better origin, which, he was a scientist, he was looking for a cure for his wife, and he became Victor Fries. That's better. Now, I do like where Peter J. Tomasi is taking this book. So far, I love Peter J. Tomasi's run, and this Batman is very human compared to Tom King's Batman. I like Tom King. I really don't like this in his his Batman book, but when I get so much more when I get more emotion from Detective, it makes me feel maybe you don't put enough heart into this. But then again, you are creating your own version of Batman, so I do understand that. So I recommend getting Detective Comics 1012. It's weird we're getting action comic. Wow. They're only 3 issues away from passing each other. Yeah. But again, we're moving on to the next book. Flash number 79, written by Joshua Williams and art by Rafa Sandoval and Jordi Tarragona. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. The death of the Speed Force claims its first victim, forcing the Flash to reconsider whether the Speed Force is worth saving. But the Flash is unaware of Captain Cold's mission to power up his fellow rogues, and Snart's next stop is right in the middle of a broke home. When Mirror Master and Golden Glider are at each other's throat, there aren't enough Lex Luthor power-ups in the world to bring them back together. Or are there? Okay, so while Barry is figuring out like what's causing the death of the Speed Force, Captain Cold, not Citizen, not the future Captain Cold, but the present day Captain Cold, Leonard Snart, who just left the Suicide Squad, Bel Rev. He went back. He's back, and you know what? He's gonna go kill the Flash. That's his main goal: kill the Flash, take over his city. If I remember, that's the basic premise. And he got new technology from Lex Luthor, which is a gift from You're the Villain. Now, I do like what they're doing with this. They're explaining that these forces are not meant to be here. Now, I could go in more detail, but you may want to read the book. Now, this is part 3 of a storyline, so you need to read issues 79, 78, and 77. Oh, I think this is part 4, actually. No, this is part 4. Yeah, this is part 4. So you need to read 79, 78, 77, 76 to know what exactly is going on. I do recommend this because this is big ramifications for the Flash mythos. And I don't know, this is... Oh, this is actually part 4. This is actually ending. Oh, this is the last of the... Oh, wow. So this you could skip, but I prefer you read it. Trust me. It's really good. And okay, we're picking up a new storyline in the next issue. Okay, but Flash 79 is a good jumping on point? No, unfortunately not. But we're only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more books. Oh, bye. Okay. Next book, Ghost Spider number 2, written by Seanan McGuire and art by Takeshi Miyazawa. And the price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. New friends, new villains, saying Gwen Stacy. School is in session as Gwen's fall semester begins. What villain from the past stalks Gwen's travels? So Ghost Spider, a little backstory to Ghost Spider. In her world, in the previous run, basically she got outed, she went to prison, she helped with the Spider-Verse event, and now she had her own mini. She's picking up the pieces of her life, and she went to jail. She can't really get a degree in anything, so she says, screw it, let me go to another Earth, let me give him a degree there, and then maybe I could have a career in something in my world. So issue 1 kind of like just gives you like a little information like what's going on, what happened in her book, and what's going on, what she plans to do in the future. And we get a hint of a villain at the end. So I do recommend you get issue 1. Issue 1 is pretty interesting. Now, you could pick up issue 1 and then decide for yourself if I want to continue this book. I like it because I like Gwen as a character. Well, Spider-Gwen, but now she goes by Ghost Spider. I do like she's a different Spider character than everything else. Her suit is different. And if you love Spider-Verse, I think you'll enjoy this. So issue 1 is a very good jumping on point. Issue 2 is coming out as well, so you can pick up those 2 books while you're at the comic book store this Wednesday. Okay, this is interesting. Harleen number 1. Oh, again, moving on to the next book. I should say that before I announce the book. My apologies. Harleen number 1, written by Oh God, I can't even say that name. Oh God, Stefan Sejic. But this person is Stefan Sejic is the writer, and Stefan Sejic is the artist. So basically, what Sean Murphy is doing. Okay, the price is $7.99, and this is the description of the book. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. On that road, I saw a pale man, and he smiled at me. Dr. Holly Quinzel has discovered a revolutionary cure for the madness of Gotham City. She just needs to prove it. She just needs to prove it actually works. But with the criminal justice and mental health establishments united against her, the brilliant young psychologist must take a drastic measure to save Gotham itself. To save Gotham from itself. Witness Harley's first steps on a doomed quest that will give birth to the legendary supervillain Harley Quinn, in this stunning reimagining of Harley and the Joker's twisted and tragic love affair by visionary storyteller Stefan Zejic. Okay, so this is a Black Label book. I believe it's like 7 issues. So this will come out, I think, every month, if I believe, or every 2 months. I really don't know. So yeah, it looks like it's coming out every month. Now, Black Label, I think it'll come in a style like this. Now, this is Batman Damned. This is the bigger. So, in comparison, this is what you hopefully all Black Label books are. I think the only Black Label book that isn't like this is the Batman Last Night on Earth. But this is your reference point. I think this is how the Black Label book will look like. If not, it'll look like this. But I'm really excited, and it's going to be reimagining of Harley's origin, which, to be honest, it gets reimagined like every 2 years. Yeah, I'll trust. I'll pick it up. It's a Black Label book. I like all black. I really want to pick up all the Black Label books, so really excited. I can't wait. Well, I really wish they would choose more things than to have. See, my only issue is it's all Batman related stuff. I don't mind Batman, but if you're creating a new, because Black Label is a different label, it's a different brand. It was supposed to be more adult. I've explained this in the past. It's supposed to be more adult. It got made fun of. People were like, oh, let's just push back. Let's push back everything. It's very unfortunate. It's basically just Batman label. Like, everything besides that, the only other thing that's not Batman related in the Black Label is Superman Year One, and that's ending pretty soon. And then, I think Batman Last Night on Earth it's getting delayed to November. It was supposed to come out every 2 months, but it's being pushed back a little bit because Scott Snyder's doing Justice League. He did the Batman Who Laughs. He has a lot on his plate, so I understand that. But yeah, moving on to the next book, which is The Immortal Hulk, Director's Cut number 4, written by Al Ewing and art by Joe Bennett. And inker is Rui Jose, and colorist is Paul Mounts, and letterer is Corey Petit. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Time of Death. Walter Legowski is an ex-football star, space diplomat, and a beloved superhero. Walter Legowski is charming, healthy, outgoing. Walter Legowski is the opposite of Bruce Banner. And Walter Legowski is going to die today because he went looking for Bruce and found the Immortal Hulk. The critically acclaimed reinvention of one of Marvel's biggest icons is represented in director's cut form, complete with Joe Bennett's savage pencils and more incredible behind-the-scenes bonus features. Now, this is basically a book. You get the book, and then you get the pencils, like the behind-the-scenes, so how they do the format before it's colored. I picked it up because The Immortal Hulk is very visually appealing. It's a really good book as well. And you know what? I read through it, I'm like, I really love The Immortal Hulk. I have the issues too. I have it digitally as well, but it's always good to have it back. And you know what? It supports. Well, I like it because one, it's just awesome. It's an awesome book, and I like rereading it, and I like looking at the art as well. So, okay, moving on, because there's still a ton of books, and it's very late for me. Okay, moving on to the next book, which is Justice League Dark number 15, written by James Tynion IV, art by Raul Fernandez, and artist by Alvaro Martinez. And the price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The Floronic Man, Papa Midnight, Clarion, the Witch Boy, Solomon Grundy, Cersei has gathered her in just Solomon Grundy. Cersei has gathered her in Justice League Dark for a reason, and it's going to tear the world of magic apart. Just as Wonder Woman thought the realm of magic were back under control, a new witching war brought on by the ensemble group of villains threatens to destroy everything. Can she find out what Cersei is after and stop her before it's too late? Okay, so I believe this is a new storyline because... No, it's part 1. It's part 2. So if you want to pick this storyline up, it's perfect because you pick 14 and 15, and then if you like it, you can continue reading. I like Justice League Dark. The only issue I have with Justice League Dark, and it's the same issue I have with Scott Snyder and... What's his name? God, Grant Morrison. Is it Grant Morrison who's doing Green Lantern? I don't know. They're very wordy writers, which I'm like, I don't mind a lot of words, but when you have like multiple pages of words, it's gonna drop me off focus. I don't mind the explanation. It's a really good book, but it's just like a book that should only take me like 10 minutes, take me like 20 minutes, or for like 15 minutes. But you know what, James Tynion IV, you're still a goddamn good writer. I highly recommend it. Justice League Dark is just dealing with the magic side of the DC universe. Okay, a few more books. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more books and we're done. Marvel Spider-Man Velocity number 2, written by Dennis Hopeless, art by Emilio Liazzo. And the price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Get swept away in the first all-original story set in the Gameverse. Spider-Man tests his new armored suit in a trial by combat. Strange things are afoot in New York City as Mary Jane continues her investigation into the horrific hauntings and finds herself the prey of the poltergeist. But while teaming up to solve the mystery, strength Peter and MJ's relationship, or doom it. Now, I read the first issue. It's okay. It wasn't perfect. I'm still picking up issue 2. If you do like the game of Marvel Spider-Man that came out last year in 2018, which I think is a year that's it's been out. Basically, this will take the events of that. Now, when they do make the sequel, or when it ever comes out, will they mention this? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it just gives an explanation to the Velocity suit, how it's created. There is one panel where, like, come on, hit me. And it just fails. He just falls. It's like, God damn it. It's just interesting. It's just, this is probably one of those books it's better for a trade. Like Marvel Spider-Man, where if you played the game, you already know the story. I just don't know why they released it in comic form if you already know the game. Okay. It's okay. Do you need to pick it up? Is it important? Not really. But if you do want like a fun Spider-Man book, it's there. It's there. That's all I gotta say. I'm really excited for this book. This is the next book. Powers of X number 5. Written by Jonathan Hickman. Art by R.V. Silva. And Marte Garcia. And Clayton Crowles. And Tom Mueller. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. As Cerebro does as it was intended to, Sinister does what Sinister does best, and the future comes to an end. Okay. I read the last issue of, was it Powers of X? I believe it was Powers of X. And, oh my god, yeah. Powers of X, oh my god, this X-Men book. Jonathan Hickman, you are a fantastic writer, I'll give you that. Because the stuff it deals with is just, Oh my god! It's just changing the world of the X-Men. And you know what? This book is awesome. I give praise every time. It's awesome. I gotta read House of X number. Let me look for it. House of X number 5. Yeah, I really can't wait for this. It's funny because it just feels it just came out as well, and it's ending. I don't know. That's how I feel. I will pick it up. I'm really excited for this book, and I really can't wait for it to tie. You know, everything that was introduced in the first issues of House of X and Powers of X. I really don't know the conclusion of this. I'm excited. Pick it up. It's good. But unfortunately, I think if you do pick it up, I think it's in trade. But hopefully they create a mega trade because they follow each other like perfectly. Like ham and cheese. Okay. Next book. Shazam Number 7. Written by Jeff Johns and art by Dale Eaglesham. And the price is $3.99. And this is the description of the book. Shazam and the Seven Magic Lands continues as a shocking new member of the Shazam family is revealed. This mystery person will send shockwaves through the entire cast. Now, funny thing about this book, it's been delayed. Let's see, the last book came out in June, so June, July, August, September, 4 months. God, I don't even know what happened in issue 6. It's been that long. It's been 4 months. I mean, Shazam is good. It's just, I really don't know if it's a good jumping on point. Probably no. Probably not. Well, yes, it is a good jumping on point because, one, the trade would be out by now. And you could pick up issue 6. If you're lucky enough, if you could find issue 6. Because Shazam hasn't come out in like 4 months. It's the only issue. I don't know why they delay it. It's such a good book. And this is the second delay. And what's the... Okay, so the next book, okay, it's coming out like a month later. Because I read somewhere that this book is being delayed once again. Oh no, it's just continuing on. Okay, all right. So it's a jumping on point. So jump on. That's all I gotta say. I gotta reread those issues. But yeah, moving on to the next book. Superior Spider-Man number 11, written by Christos Gage and art by Mike Hawthorne. The price is $3.99. And this is the description of the book. Otto Octavius, the superior Spider-Man, saved San Francisco several times, defeated Terrax and Master Pandemonium, and has built quite a life for himself. Sadly, the Spider-Man powered Norman Osborn from Spider-Geddon. I was a Spider, so Spider-Geddon, my bad. Has arrived to destroy it all. Does Otto stand a chance of stopping him? Does he stand a chance of living through this? I love Superior Spider-Man. It's probably one of the best Spider titles out there. It's just right there with Spider-Man. It's just sad it doesn't get so much publication because it is a really good book. And I was like, I think the last last 2 issues where you really felt like Otto's trying, and he's like, I want to do a lot, no, Peter, you're wrong. I can do this. I have to be more I'm more efficient. And Peter's like, Otto, I know you're trying to be a hero. You're a good hero, but you can't save everyone. And he just breaks down. And he's like, no, I need to be superior. I need to do the best. And it's just so good. I'm like, this book doesn't get enough, recognition. It's a really good book, and it's just sad. It's not, the book is not sad. It's just sad it doesn't get enough recognition. I do recommend it. And I think this is part 3 of his storyline. Yeah, this is part 3 of his storyline. So I do recommend it. Get issue 9, 10, 11 to know what's going on. And moving on to the next book. We got 4 more books, and then we're done with the podcast of the week. Okay, next book. Terrifics number 20, written by Jen Luen Yang and art by Steven Segovia. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Invasion of the Backwards. The broken brute Bizarro accesses a time machine and decides to help the world by making it a better place. Bizarro style. A misguided attempt at heroism turns deadly, and only the Terrifics can stop the dawn of the broken age of man. Terrifics, I think this is part 2. Yeah, this is part 2 of the storyline. So if you do want to pick this up, pick up issue 19 and 20. The last issue with Terrifics 19, Bizarro does some things. Now, if you don't know who Bizarro Superman is, basically, our speak is like, yeah, you have a good day. Him is just have a bad day, which to him it means you have a good day. So basically, it's just the opposite of what you would do. Now, if you tell Bizarro, you are good, he's gonna say, I'm good. To him, it means it's bad. Now, if you say Bizarro, you are bad, he means like Bizarro bad. I like Bizarro as a character. The Terrifics, in my opinion, I think Jeff Lemire wrote the first few arcs. I forgot. Let me see. Sorry. I just wanted to see who wrote the last few arcs. Yeah, Jeff Lemire wrote the last few arcs. His last issue was, I believe, issue 14. Yeah, he left the book after issue 14. I don't know. I do enjoy it. It's just like, I miss Jeff Lemire's writing style. I still like the book, but I prefer Jeff Lemire writing it. But then again, I'll give you hope. Genuinely, I forgot the name. Oh my god, what's the name? Jen Len Luen Yang. Yeah, I still give you a chance, Jen Luen. Your last arc wasn't really bad. It was actually pretty interesting. Yeah, moving on to the next book, which is Thanos Number 6, written by Tini Howard, art by Ariel Olivetti, and the price is $3.99. And this is the description of the book. The grand finale of this epic, of this cosmic epic. Thanos has set into motion the chain of events between him and Gamora that will inspire loyalty, bloodshed, and betrayal across the galaxy. But what does the Magus have to do with it? And more importantly, are you ready to witness the beginning of Thanos' end? Now, this book was more about Gamora's relationship with Thanos. It wasn't really about Thanos, really. Thanos isn't it, but he's like a second character. But it does give you insight, like how growing up with Thanos is. It's pretty interesting. I do like it as a mini. I'm really thankful it's a mini because I think if it was a ongoing full run, I think it would have been canceled. But I think a mini, it does what a mini does. It has a beginning and end. Now, I do like it because like he has rules for Gamora. It's like, no, you can't do this, you can't do this, and Gamora. It's just interesting because Gamora can see death in this book. It's been 6 months, so the spoiler is non-consistent. You're gonna get spoiled. And those two are probably no. Deadpool can see Lady Death as well. So 3 beings can only see Lady Death in the Marvel universe. And also, it's 2 stories in one because one, Gamora is telling to someone, which is really interesting. And then it's just a flashback to her life. It's interesting. I do recommend the trade because this is the final issue of Thanos, so the mini is done, and now you can pick up the trade when you get it, and you have your Thanos. If you crave Thanos, it's there. Okay, this is the next book. Now, this is the book that was supposed to come out last week, but it's coming out this week, which is the Wolverine Annual. Well, we're on to the next book, which is Wolverine Annual number 1. Written by Jody Hausner, art by Geraldo Borges. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. Wolverine battles the magic, mystery, and mayhem of Morgan Le Fay. Wolverine's lived many lives. X-Men, Avenger, movie star. Movie star? Not exactly, but he's followed an inspiring young actress to Los Angeles for a little sunshine and some semblance of a normal life. But behind the gilded golden facade of 1930s Hollywood lurks an unholy cult led by Morgan Le Fay. Their prey, the young Hollywood hopefuls, including Logan's lady. Will the mighty Logan claws crumble under the onslaught of the Arcanine Sorcerer's magical powers? Find out this September. I'm picking it up. It's just a one shot, so you don't like. If you want to read Wolverine, this is your one shot, or you can read House of X and Powers of X. Wolverine's in it, and it's interesting. But yeah, I'll read it. It's an Axis of Evil thing. Axis of Evil basically is hero fights a villain that they never fought. Boom, Axis of Evil. That's what Axis of Evil is. Okay, last book. I'm done for tonight, which is Wonder Woman number 79, written by G. Willow Wilson and art by Jesus Marino. And the price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Must a world without love be one without our hero? Wonder Woman is forced to discover a new way to fight after the destruction of her golden lasso and unbreakable bracelets at the hands of Cheetah and her god killer sword. How can she possibly stop the unstoppable? Actually, I read that book. I just finished reading that book today. I don't know. The book's interesting. It was a quick 8-minute read. You would need to pick up 76, 77, 78 to know what really is going around. Because Cheetah gets a God Killer sword and fights Wonder Woman, as I tell you the description. Yeah, she lost her lasso and bracelets. So I don't know how they're going to do with this Wonder Woman. I think there's going to be a solution how she's going to get those things back. But I really don't know what's going on with Wonder Woman. I really can't tell you if it's an okay jumping on point, I guess. I guess it's like part 4 of a storyline. 76, 77, 78, 70. Yeah, it's like part 4 of a storyline. So jump on your own discretion. Or jump on if you're like... I won't say no, but I think this storyline's ending. So I will say no. I'll let you know when it's a good jumping on point. But yeah, those are all the books that are coming out this week. Which ones are you looking forward to? I can let you know what I'm looking forward to properly this time. I'm really excited for it. I'll give you a moment. Okay, that's easy. Batman White Knight and Powers of X. Is it Powers of X? I hope I got that right. Yeah. Batman White Knight and Powers of X. I'm really excited for this book because Jonathan Hickman and Sean Murphy are so wonderful at writing. Yeah. But if you want to contact me, please go to my Twitter or Instagram. You can DM me. You can ask me questions at arandomnerd2016. All my social medias are like that because it's simple, concise, and easy to find. I hope everyone takes care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.